All right, Shalom. For the step by sitting on praise the Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is just going to be a quick video on I Walked Into the Wrong Tent by Nick Irvin. Nick Irvin is a military vet who talks about his encounters during war. And he's I think he's gonna say where he was at. I forgot if he said where he was at, but I've been watching him so much. I think he's if I remember correctly, he was in Afghanistan. He'd done a lot, so I'm gonna see if he said it in this video. But he was talking about the heathen for sure.
Chai boys, like chai tea. We call them chai boys. How men are for pleasure and only women are for reproduction. Women don't really have a purpose. It's just to reproduce. But when you start to see the older men and stuff that they do, then there's this thing that in Afghanistan was like Thursday. And I accidentally walked in a tent. I thought it was like the snack tent where we had like our Gatorade and chips and stuff. Walked into the wrong tent and I seen about 20 plus dudes. Like, they weren't wrestling. We called them chai boys. Like,
yeah, see, the heathen by nature have that spirit to go off and to not obey the law, statutes, and commandments. Jake, by nature, have a righteous spirit, but they choose to go off and not do the law, statutes, and commandments. Ultimately, we know that's of the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, but we are not to do after the manner of the heathen. You know, that's why that's why in the scriptures, Jake also get called heathens. They also get called Gentiles, and those titles are on the actual heathen, you know. But the heathen in the kingdom of heaven will have to learn how to be righteous. They're going to be forced to learn how to be righteous, you know, or perish or die. And if I'm not mistaken, in Afghanistan, you know, it's a mixed race nationality of people everywhere, but predominantly, if I'm not mistaken, Afghanistan had predominantly Persians, East Indians, Elamites, according to the Bible. You would think that they have Ishmaelites, which are the so-called Arabs, but that's not the case. They just predominantly follow Islam. They under that Islamic banner. That's the only thing that's going on in the Middle East. Even with Pakistan, Iraq, you know. But that'd be something I have to go back into at a later date. But yeah. See, those nations over there are under that banner of Islam, but they are all not Arab. You know. So I'm gonna start with Isaiah 2:1. Isaiah chapter 2 verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amoz saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, the 12 tribes of Israel. And it shall come to pass in the last days, we are in the last days, that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. This is the future prophecy. The government, that's what you can substitute the word mountain for, of Israel, because that's the Lord's house, shall be established above the other governments or the other mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills. The hills represents nations, and all nations shall flow unto it. Right? They're going to flow unto us. This is in the kingdom of heaven. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. See, we're going to teach them laws, statutes, and commandments, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. See, they're going to have to learn the law. They're going to be forced to be taught our ways. They're going to want to know our ways, because the kingdom of heaven is going to be established in this world. It's going to be ruled in righteousness. It says, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Right, the military might that they have is going to be turned into agricultural might. They're going to be put into captivity, basically. Neither shall, it says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation. All these wars and things that's going on, all that's going to be done away with in the kingdom of heaven. Neither shall they learn war anymore. There ain't going to be no more war. They're going to be put in subjection and learn our ways. I don't remember what the precept says, but I'm going to try. See if I can bring something up. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'll look for it later. But just second of chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. This is the heathen nation. But be like unto spittle. And this is how the Lord looks at the heathen nation. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And you don't pay attention to no drop that falleth from a vessel. A good example is a drop that falleth from a bucket or a cup or something. You don't pay attention to that shit. The Lord don't give a fuck about the heathen. The law, statutes, commandments were given to the Israel. But in the kingdom of heaven, they're going to have to follow our ways. Oh, gosh darn it. I can't find the precept. But, yeah, I can't think about it right now. But with that being said, just point blank period, man. The heathen going to have to follow our ways. All the idol worship and witchcraft and all that stuff, it ain't going to be tolerated in the kingdom of heaven, man. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. The heathen are abominations. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. Right? So, ain't no coincidence why all the heathen over there dying. You know? All right, and with that being said, call all Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash, of honors to the elders and the apostles of the will, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth in sincerity. Shalom.